A lot will be on the line when Reagan and his Secretary of State arrive in Japan, especially over the contentious issue of trade. As Air Force One crosses the Pacific, sales of Japanese goods such as cars and electronics have swollen the trade deficit between the two countries to $20 billion a year in Japan's favor. Nearly 1 in 4 cars sold in the U.S. is Japanese. The media and Congress alike are howling for trade sanctions and tariffs against Japanese goods.
There were many who felt that the Japanese manufacturing procedures were giving them an advantage that not only was going to create a huge deficit in our trade relationship, maybe even jeopardize our currency, but certainly would jeopardize our jobs. It was not a pleasant time for that trip, but nevertheless, it was very important that the trip be taken.
George Shultz is very opposed to trade sanctions or tariffs and recognizes that he and Reagan must persuade the Japanese to open their markets to American products.
Now, if you say that I'm not going to import anything from you, I'm going to put a tariff on the things that I might import from you, but I want to export my things to you, that's not going to work. That's going to cause you to put up barriers as well. So if we can keep the barriers down, we can all benefit. That's the theory of open trading, and it works.
It is indeed a great pleasure to welcome the President of the United States of America and Mrs. Reagan as state guests.
Shultz and Reagan present their case. Shultz suggests that Japan must begin to move from an economy almost totally dependent on exports to one equally driven by domestic investment and consumer demand.
I truly respect and appreciate Mr. Shultz's belief and policy regarding the imbalance in our trade during the 1980s. He was committed to maintaining a good relationship between our countries.